Hello students, welcome to Lucky Gate. In this video, I would like to explain how to write GATE examination and what things you need to remember while writing the GATE examination and how to manage your 3 hours of a time in the GATE examination. And you know that GATE examination will have totally of 65 questions and these 65 questions contains 100 marks. And for solving these 65 questions, you'll be having 3 hours of a time. As you know that 3 hours means 180 minutes of time. And friends, you do remember this 180 minutes of time you have for solving that 65 questions only. It means on average you are going to get 3 minutes of time for each question. Don't think there is no time for reading the questions. Don't think time is not sufficient. You will be having sufficient time. Only the thing is you need to plan properly. And moreover, don't be hurry. So means you should not be hurry in solving the questions. You solve the questions with a cool, calm environment. And while solving the question, you stick to the concept and don't deviate the concept. And read the question carefully and just answer the question. What is the meaning of just answering the question? So don't look for other things. Just see what is asked in the question and see how to answer the question. That's it. And here, coming to the 65 questions, you will have 10 questions from aptitude and English. And moreover, always I suggest to attempt this aptitude and English first. And these 10 questions, 5 are 1 mark questions and 5 are 2 marks questions. Totally, how many marks you have? 15 marks from the subject. And I suggest to solve these aptitude plus English questions first. Why? Because with a little knowledge, with a little care, you can able to answer that aptitude and English questions. I don't say it is very easy, but with a little knowledge, with a little practice, you can able to answer this aptitude and English questions and you can able to get 15 marks from this part. Why I'm recommending you? Because if you directly go to the core subject questions instead of going for aptitude English and you will spend more of the time in the core subject questions, then you don't find time to answer the aptitude plus English questions. Then that time even that aptitude and English questions, if some are very easy, because you don't find any time, you can not able to solve the questions, because these are with a little knowledge you can solve the questions. So I recommend you always first go to aptitude plus English. Then remaining 55 questions are from engineering mathematics plus your core subject questions. In this 55 questions, 25 questions are of 1 mark and 30 questions are of 2 marks, and totally 55 questions and consisting of 85 marks. And these 55 questions, some of them are MCQs, some of them are MSQs, and some of them are NET type of questions. And moreover, whenever you are solving MCQ type of questions, first thing, after you read the question, you can understand that you know the concept of the question, you can able to solve the question, then solve it. Suppose if you don't know at all, or else you have not yet solved that kind of questions while you are preparing for the GATE examination, then what is the best thing? Leave such questions. And do remember, never guess the answer. So guessing the answer is bad idea if you don't know anything about the question. That's why I suggest you leave the question if you don't know. Never guess it. Second, if you know it, if you know the concept, with a little calculations you can able to solve it. You can solve it. Suppose even after you solve, you are getting a doubt with some options, means you make the question as a 50-50 questions. 50-50 means you eliminate the two wrong options. After you eliminate two wrong options, you are left with only two options in which one is correct. Because you have left with two options, that two options one is correct, then in such cases I recommend you to guess it. Suppose you can able to eliminate two wrong options in four questions, and assuming all that four questions are 2 marks questions, then what were the possibilities? The possibilities are four wrong. If four wrong, then you will get a negative marks of 4 into minus 0.66, something around 2 point some marks you are going to lose. Another possibility is you may get one correct among the four and three wrong. If one correct, you will get for correct answer 2 marks. For three wrong, for each wrong option, you will get a minus 0.66. So totally what is the loss? 2 plus 3 into minus 0.66, which is equals to 0, means you are not going to lose any marks. Suppose as a benefit, 2 are correct. Suppose you guess 4 questions, 2 are correct and 2 are wrong. If 2 correct, for correct questions you will get 4 marks. For 2 wrong questions you will lose minus 0.66 plus 2 into minus 0.66, which is equals to 1.32, means you are getting a profit of getting 1.32 marks. If 3 correct and 1 wrong, for 3 correct answers you will get 6 marks. For 1 wrong answer minus 0.66, so means you are getting a profit of 5.34 marks. And what is the last possibility? All 4 are correct. If all 4 are correct, then you are going to get 8 marks. Now friends, you observe here totally we have a 5 possibility for these 4 questions. In the worst case, if all are wrong, then only you are getting the loss of some marks, something around 2 point some marks you are going to lose from the correct one. In all the other possibilities you see, are you going to lose any marks? No. So then in such cases, when you talk in the context of probability of losing the marks is 1/5 only, right? Out of 5 possibilities, only one case is having a negative possibility. Then remaining all, even one is correct, you are not going to lose anything, no loss, no gain. But in the remaining all the 3 cases, you are getting the some positive marks. So I suggest you, if you can able to eliminate 2 wrong options, then always I suggest you guess it for the correct options. Okay. And the third type of questions are MSQs. We call multiple selection questions, which were introduced from GATE 2021. And moreover, MSQ questions have no negative marks. Because no negative marks, I suggest you go ahead of attempting it. Even if you don't know anything, if you want to guess it, guess it. But only one problem with this is, if you guess all the correct options, then only you are going to be awarded some marks. Otherwise, no negative marks, just you are going to get 0 marks. Then best thing is guess it for this MSQ questions. And the last one is the numerical answer type questions, we call fill in the blanks. And if you do some little calculations and you are not confident with the answer, but you are just near to the answer, in such cases just fill in the blank with some appropriate answer. Don't leave guess is going to become a correct answer. And friends, if you wanted to get into IITs, previously GATE is very tough. Now people are saying GATE is easy and questions are easily to solve when compared with the previous year GATE examinations. If you get something around 70 to 75 marks, you can get an admission into IITs. If you get some around thing 60 to 70 marks, you're going to get an admission into NITs. If it is 50 to 60 marks, you can get an admission in central universities and some triple ITs. Or else, if you qualify, then definitely you can get an admission in the university colleges. So with a proper idea, proper knowledge how to manage the time, if you know it, then you can able to crack the GATE examination. Lastly, one thing I wanted to tell you, you have to read the GATE paper 3 times. In the first time when you are reading the GATE questions, you answer those questions by just by looking it or with a little calculations. That questions you can solve. If any questions that require some more calculations, you can do that questions in the second iteration. Means in the first iteration you leave those questions, in the second iteration you answer it. Even in the second iteration, while answering the question, if it is deviating the concept and you are going to some wrong direction of the questions, don't demotivate yourself and leave that questions. Take a long breath and try to solve other questions. And those questions for which you are getting a confusion and it is deviating you to some different concepts and different answers, different paths, then such questions you can solve in the third iteration. So totally you have to go through the entire paper at least for 3 times. This is possible only by practicing more tests. Write as many tests as possible so that you will get a time management, so that you can able to get a very good rank. I hope this video is helpful to every one of you. I wish you all the best and wish you good luck for your GATE examination. Thank you.